Yo, what's going on guys? HyperX here. Welcome back to another video for Elden Ring, and in this one I want to talk about another fantastic weapon, one that maybe you haven't stumbled across yet, but if you haven't got this in your arsenal, you definitely want to grab it, and that is Rosus Axe. I believe that's how you pronounce it. This weapon is one of those weapons that's kind of slept on by a lot of people. I don't see too many people using it, but it has insane damage potential, and it has a relatively easy upfront investment, doesn't require too many points or much time to get. The weapon also has an incredibly awesome design. It's definitely one of the more awesome, unique looking axes in the game, so what's not to like? If you guys do enjoy this, a like would be super appreciated. Let us know in the comments down below. Are you guys still playing Elden Ring? If you are, what exactly are you doing? What's keeping you busy? Definitely let us know, and don't forget to subscribe for plenty more content. So, Rosus Axe is an axe that primarily scales with strength, dexterity, and intelligence. You cannot apply an Ash of War to this because it is a unique weapon, which of course means it is upgraded with somber smithing stones. It requires 18 strength, 10 dex and 18 intellect in order to use. So as you can see, while it is spread across 3 different attributes, it's not exactly a high requirement. It has starting scaling of D in strength, E in dex and D in intellect, but if you do level the weapon up to the maximum of 10, then it will end up with C strength, E dex and C intellect, which initially doesn't sound very high, but with enough points into strength and intellect, this thing hits like a truck. The Usher of Death, Rosus, shows the path to the catacombs through the lands between, and is actually depicted on this ritual axe. It is said that the dead easily lose their way and have always been in sore need of a guiding hand. The weapon itself has the standard axe moveset, and the standard hits do decent damage by themselves, but you're going to be getting the most out of this from the unique weapon art, which does incredible amounts of damage. The weapon skill is called Rosus Summons. This summons 3 skeleton warriors that will swing a huge cleave at the enemy in addition to your own attack. The description for the weapon art reads, "Raise the axe aloft to summon those lost in death." 3 skeletons will appear at a distance and attack in tandem before vanishing. The skill cost is 15 FP to cast, and this of course can be reduced with the use of Select Talisman. And we found in testing that while the weapon itself has a large wind-up time, it is definitely worth the risk because the damage output from each of the hits from the summons is noticeable, and you of course also get the damage from your attack on top. And even if you do get hit and staggered while casting the skill, then as long as you were far enough through the casting animation, the attack for the weapon art will still summon the skeleton warriors, allowing you to get some of the damage off. As mentioned before, the weapon scales with strength, int and dex, and the weapon skill seems to benefit most from dumping points into strength and intellect, because that really amps up the damage from both your attack and also the skeletons. Plus, it just looks really cool. I mean, who doesn't want to attack and summon some skeleton warriors? It's kind of like a necromancer in that regard. Maybe they don't follow you around, but either way, it's just like necromancer meaty damage. To get this awesome weapon, you're going to need to head to the Black Knife Catacombs, which of course you can find located right here on the map. Once you get inside, of course, from the Site of Grace, you don't actually have to go too far, but again, as a reminder, you will need a stone sword key. What you want to do is make your way down the first staircase. You'll then work towards the typical sort of boss door, which you'll need to work back and, unlock later on. We're not worried about that. We then need to take a left and go down the second staircase. There will, of course, be some skeletons sort of guarding that, so you might want to take them out beforehand to save getting hit in the back. But once you go down the second staircase, you can then take a left, and there is your doorway. You then insert your stone sword key there, and when you go inside, there is a dead body, which you can then go and loot, and that is your axe. It is worth noting, if you want some additional damage from the weapon skill, you can also equip the Shard of Alexander, which will of course increase the attack power of the skill by a further 15%, and you can get this by completing Alexander's quests. But all in all, this is a great weapon with an incredible unique weapon art that not many people seem to be using. If this looks interesting to you, give it a try, let us know what you think, and of course, if there are other weapons out there that you feel are unrated, definitely let us know about them in the comments down below. If you've missed any of our recent videos, be sure to check out one of these ones linked on screen, and do be sure to keep it locked for plenty more Elden Ring.